What's up, everyone? Iron Maiden has announced a new tour coming. These guys never quit, man. A new tour coming up in 2025 to go all the way through 2026. It's called Run for Your Lives. The World Tour 2025 to 2026. It's going to cover albums from the first album to Fear of the Dark, and we're going to take a look. We don't know the set list yet, so I'm going to predict. I'm going to create a fantasy set list and predict. Hopefully it will be a prediction of what we're going to see on that tour. You know, we're going to just have fun with it. And I'm going to create it on Spotify. We're going to do it in real time right after this, after I play my intro.
Welcome to the Metal Block. Guest interviews, top 10s, top 20s, album reviews, and more. Now here is your host,
Yeah, so all of you who know me, you know I love Iron Maiden. They're like my all-time favorite band. I mean, Iron Maiden to me is like how the Beatles were to my mom, except for I'm not crying in the crowd with tears when I see him live. I've only got to see him 2 times so far. I got to see him on the Dance of Death tour in 2003, 2004. Only problem with that was I was in my addiction. You know, I'm sober now. I'm 12 years sober. I have a story of really brutal addiction of drugs and alcohol and all that stuff in the early days, the 90s to the 2000s. Anyway, so I went to that concert. It was my first Iron Maiden concert, but I was blitzed. And the only thing I do remember from that concert, it was at the Irvine Meadows in LA or like West, I want to say the Valley or whatever. I think it was in Studio City, wherever that is, Irvine Meadows. And the only thing I remember that night was Bruce Dickinson was dancing all over the place, and then I guess he fell off the drum riser and disappeared for about a good 5 minutes. We're all like looking around, like, "Where's Bruce at? Where's Bruce at?" And he pops up off behind the drums and starts dancing around again. And yeah, so that was cool. That's the only thing I remember from that concert. Then fast forward to Legacy of the Beast, this tour right here. I was lucky enough to see them in 2019 on this at the Moda Center here in Portland, Oregon. And I got to see him sober, and I remember that entire concert. And it was a cool set list. Then that's what this show's about. That's what this episode is about. So I just want to have fun. I'm gonna like go on my Spotify. I'll share the screen, and what I did was I created a playlist. Well, first I did two. I did a playlist of all their albums that they're going to be covering on this tour. Again, this is let me do a little advertisement here. The Run for Your Lives tour set list, fantasy or prediction. So we're going to kind of go through and see exactly, what songs might they play on this tour that's coming up. Oh, yeah, and another thing, I'm going to get to see them in October. So they're playing October 14th here in Portland, Oregon. So I'm going to get to see them on the Future Past tour, which is this one right here. And look at that set list. So, yeah, so we're going to kind of look at their last 2 set lists. Again, they're getting, so they're getting older now. So, and it seems to me like the pattern of them is that typically play like 15 to 16 songs, which they'll do like 12 or 13 main songs, and then they'll do like 3 to 4 songs in the encore. Now the thing about this tour that we're covering today, I gotta have my pet cats and Hail Satan coffee. Anyway, what we're covering is we're gonna try to figure out like what kind of set list they would have for this tour, because this tour coming up is called I'll show it again, Run for Your Lives Tour, World Tour. I think they're starting off over there on the other side of the planet. And then they're going to, in 2025, I believe the tour date, I should have pulled up the tour dates. But anyway, I think they run till about August of 2025. And then they're going to probably head over to the U.S. I'm sure the U.S. is going to probably be the 26th part of it. So we'll probably get to see them after they're all pooped out and shit. But, these guys just keep going. I mean, Iron Maiden are in their like 60s. I'm going to say the oldest guy is probably, it's either Yannick or I think the oldest guy actually is the drummer, Nico McBrain. He's got to be 70, 71. I'm probably just guessing his age, but I think he's up there in this. I think he hit the 70 mark. And then Yannick Gers, I think, is the second oldest. I believe he's 67 or 68. And then you got Steve Harris and you got Bruce Dickinson, but they're all in their mid 60s, close to 70 and all, 70. But the fact that Bruce Dickinson's, I mean, if you watched any of the live performances from this tour, which I'll go on YouTube and just sort of cheat a little bit. I know I'm going to see him in October, but I do kind of cheat a little bit by seeing what I'm going to, kind of get an idea of what I'm up for. And I'm so happy to hear that Bruce Dickinson is still just so powerful. I mean, he just released that solo album, the Mandrake Project, which is number 2 or 3. It was number 1, but it's kind of jumped down a little bit on my top 20 albums of 2024. And but he did some shows on that, and his voice was incredible for that. And so the shows he's been doing with Iron Maiden lately, it's just like, I mean, his voice is incredible, and he's jumping all over the stage. I mean, he puts on a good stage show. The whole band their energy is just crazy. And so if we look at like their past tours, like let's look at the Legacy of the Beast. This is probably pretty much like the tour I saw. Is that this? Yeah. So they typically do, like I said, about 15 to 16 songs. So when we create this playlist for the new tour coming up in 2025, I'm going to go through the records, and we're just going to kind of guess, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to open with? What are they going to, my idea was, so like here, they open up with Aces High. They always open up with Doctor, like, the song plays over the thing or whatever, Transylvania. So then they go into Churchill's speech, and then the Aces High, where he goes. So this was like the Legacy of the Beast tour. And so they were doing like a number of songs from like Power Slave, Peace of Mind, The Klansman. What is that on? I think that's one of the Blaze Bayley albums or whatever. Peace of Mind. They even did something from 2010. Wicker Man, 2000. Sign of the Cross, Blaze Bayley, Flight of Icarus. So yeah, so Fear of the Dark. So you remember this tour, they're going to be doing from the first album to Fear of the Dark. So there's 9 records in total. All right. So let's go through the records. All right. They're going to play songs from this. Iron Maiden's first album came out in 1980, I believe. I could be wrong on that. Maybe 81. No, it's 80. It's 80 because in 81 they did Killers. Right. All right. Then Bruce joins the band. That was obviously, you can remember, Paul Di'Anno was the first singer. And I think Dennis Stratton was on guitar in that first album. And then they brought in Adrian Smith on Killers, and then Clive Burr on drums for both of those, I believe. And then here comes Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast, when they got a new singer, Bruce Dickinson, and then Clive Burr was still on drums. And then they had Adrian Smith and Dave Murray on guitars and all that good stuff. Then, after that album, they come out with Peace of Mind. A Peace of Mind, I believe, was the debut album that Nickel McBrain played on. And so the band's complete now, or the lineup that we know of today, in it minus Yannick, is the complete lineup started on this album right here, the lineup that we know today, on Peace of Mind. So they're gonna be playing songs from that. And then Power Slave, which they say they go on record to say this is the first record that they didn't do a member change on. so Peace of Mind was like the last time that they actually did a member change on. So this still had the same lineup. Boom, 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 boom. So we got Power Slave. They're gonna be doing songs from that. Then they go into Somewhere in Time, which is the current tour they're doing now. The current tour is a mix between Somewhere in Time and Senjutsu. So they're kind of doing the future past thing, and that's what I'm going to be seeing in October. Excited for that. So they do some pretty good cuts on here. Alexander the Great, which is like the long one, I guess that's kind of like the Rime of Ancient Mariner for that album. Then we got Seventh Son. This is probably my second all-time favorite Iron Maiden record. Power Slave, I think, is number 1. But see, it's always a toss-up. When I play Power Slave, I love it. It's my number 1. But then when I put this record on, I say, I love this, and this is my number 1. So I guess they're maybe tied, maybe if I would have. Okay, so then I think Adrian Smith leaves the band at this time, and I think they bring in Yannick on this for. I'm pretty sure. I should read I guess I should look at the back, right? Yeah, so we got Yannick, Bruce. Bruce is already getting kind of tired of the whole thing. He's already thinking solo career. He's got the beard going or whatever. So then, so there's Dave Murray. There's Steve Harris. Steve Harris, one of the greatest bass players ever, right? Am I right? Hey, and drop it in the comments, and hit subscribe. I'm going to do the little plug here. Hit subscribe and hit some likes. Punch that like button. Like all the YouTubers say. But yeah, feel free to comment. Let me know. Maybe create your set list after we get done with all. And then when I am done with the list, the playlist on Spotify, I'm going to put it in the description so we can add it to your Spotify if you're a Spotify user. And then yeah, Fear of the Dark. So they're going 9 records. So then we got to think like, okay. So my theory was, are they gonna, maybe they'll do 2 songs from each record. If they did 2 songs from every record, that'd be 18 songs. That would mean that they would probably do. And who says they can't do 18 songs? Like I said, their trend, it seems like past couple of tours have been 15 to 16 songs, 12 to 13 main ones, and then you take a breather, come back out and do 3 to 4 songs. They always end with Iron Maiden, so we know we can't have them open with that. Because I was thinking like maybe they're gonna start off with the first record, just have 2 new songs or 2 songs that they haven't really played ever before from the first record, and they're going to 2 songs from Killers, and then 2 songs from Number of the Beast, and then go from there. But I thought, nah, because I don't know, obviously when a band puts together a set list for live, it's got to make sense. It's got to feel good to the band. That they take a lot of time to work this. It's like putting songs on a record. You got to have that perfect opening song, and the record just got to flow with the way the song. When bands record like 30 songs, and then they decide what 12 songs or 10 songs are going to go on the record, that's the easy part. Hard part is, how do we put these songs in an order that's going to just flow and be really tangible for the listener to listen to, or if I'm using the right word, tangible. Tangible. I like big words. No. Anyway, so yeah, so that's something to consider. So are they going to, like I said, are they going to do something completely different and just do 2 songs from each album going down the order, and then maybe the encore? But I just can't see them doing that. So let's take a look at what we're going to look at. I'm going to share the screen here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, let me show you this real quick. I probably showed you all before. This is how much of an Iron Maiden fanatic I am. I got Adrian Smith's guitar. It's not his actual guitar, but yeah, it's my favorite guitar. I bought that with the Trump stimulus check in 2020. Put it there. But anyway, yeah, so that's Adrian Smith's signature. But we're going to take a look at Spotify. Let me hit the present here. And let's see here. That's the wrong button. We're back. Okay, so wait, before I go into the Spotify, I wanted to show one little thing. This is what Iron Maiden released to commemorate or to announce the tour coming up in 2025. I'm hoping it doesn't get blocked by YouTube, but we're going to play it. And if it looks weird on YouTube, then that means it got blocked. Yeah. Now that kind of tells me, will they do an instrumental live? One of the instrumentals that they're used to do. All right, so let's do this. Let's share the screen, and we're going to look at Spotify. All right, can you all see that? Okay. So as you can see, I've got it like this right now. Let me put on this way so you can see a little bit better. So this is right here. This is not the playlist I'm for the set list. This is just the albums I'm going to go through, and then we're going to kind of pick, kind of see what works. And I'm just going to scoot it on over to this playlist right here that says this is like the main one. This is the one I'm going to put on the YouTube, and you guys can check it out. But this is also the one we're going to be watching, because like I said, when the tour starts in 2025, a year from now, 2026 actually, if I'm still here, 2 years from now, it's gonna be interesting to see if how many songs I got it right and what order they're in and all that good stuff. So it's just for fun, because I'm an Iron Maiden fanatic. So sue me. All right, so let's do this. Okay, so the first album. This is the 2015 remaster. Now we know they won't open up with any of these songs probably, but what song would they do? So let's just assume that if we look, okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. If we look at the 2019 set list. They open up with Aces High, and I think some of the tours before that they always open up with Aces High. Now, Future Past tour, the one they're on now, they open up with Caught Somewhere in Time. They might do that again just because it's a good opening song. So maybe they're tired of doing Aces High. I didn't think about that earlier. I was going to probably choose Aces High as the first song, but now I'm thinking maybe Caught Somewhere in Time would be a good way to open it up since that's what they've been doing. I don't know, but then it's kind of like what if they're like burnt out on doing that. What do you think? So now remember we got to choose 15 songs here. This is where it gets hard. What if they open up with 2 minutes for midnight or 2 minutes to midnight? They ain't gonna open up with Power Slave because that's not a very good opening song. They definitely wouldn't open up with Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, but then again, you never know. I mean, oh no, because there's have to be some kind of cool intro there. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with Aces High. Let's just assume they open up with Aces High. Okay, that's one song down. I'm going to add it to that. Okay, so that's the first song. As you can see over here, we got that song added. That's the first song. And I think we can move them up and down, so we can kind of move them around once we get it done. But we probably won't mess with that. So, okay, so we got the first album. Okay, so we went through Aces High. Now the second song, what are they going to go into? Where Eagles Dare, like they did in 2019? I don't know. So remember, if we did 2 songs per album, that's 18. If we did 3 songs per album, I don't think they're going to do it that way. I think they're going to do probably almost, most likely they got to do the hits and everything. So they're definitely going to do that. They're definitely going to do 2 minutes to midnight, but I don't think that'll be the second song. I think what they'll do is they'll go into so Caught Somewhere in Time that's 7 minutes long. I don't think they'll do that. Even though that's like what they opened up with at the see. Ooh, what if they went into Moonchild? You know what? Did they ever play Moonchild live? I'm pretty sure they did, right? Remember, this is a fantasy set list. And then, so we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to put Moonchild second. Because think about that. They do Aces High and they go into Moonchild. No, it's because, no, wait. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. That don't sound like, you're coming out of Aces High. Yeah, and the drum and then you go to dun, dun. I don't know. I think maybe they'll go into. I think they'll stick with like what they did in 2019 and go into Where Eagles Dare. So let's put that on there. But I also don't want to like create a list that's like kind of boring at the same time, like because I don't want to. Because I'm assuming they would have to switch things up a little bit. I know they kind of seems like they stick to the same things a lot, So we already got one song from Power Slave, one song from Peace of Mind, and then I think they go into 2 minutes to midnight. Okay. So let's add that. All right. Let's take a look at it now. So we got, what's that look like? Okay. So far, so good. So we got 3 songs in. So we need, like I said, we got to do the encores. We already know Iron Maiden from the first album is going to be last because that's what they always do. And we got to figure out like where's Trooper going to go in. Oh, let's see here. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that list again. So Trooper, they did that. Oh, look, I kind of copied 2019. I don't know, man. They might just do that, because it probably felt good at that time. Again, they're doing. They already do Fear of the Dark, but they might throw in another song or a different song. I think they'll always do Fear of the Dark, no matter what. And then so these 3 songs I think are a lock in for now. And then the Trooper or Revelations. Can't do too many songs from Peace of Mind, right? So, but you know what? Let's figure it out. Okay. They're gonna do Trooper no matter what. Like that's their hit. Like they have to do Trooper. They don't necessarily have to do oh, you know what though? But then they got the Killers coming up. So I think they're gonna go into Wrathchild right after Where Eagles There. So let's do that. Because I mean they gotta do Wrathchild, right? Wrathchild. And then Genghis Kong, that's the one we were hearing, right? Is that the instrumental that we were listening to earlier? Or is it or Transylvania? Let me see real quick. Play like a snippet. No. Okay. I don't think they'll go into that. Remember, Iron Maiden's gonna be last. Let's take a look. Wrathchild. Okay, they're gonna do Wrathchild, then they'll go into Trooper. So you know they're playing around. You know they're doing like the early stuff right now. They're just saying, you know what, let's get these first three records. You know, obviously we're gonna have to get into Number of the Beast. Okay, so they do Wrathchild, then I think they go into Trooper because that's about 5 songs in. Because you know Bruce has got to wave that flag around. He's got to keep his adrenaline going. So far it's pretty heavy set right now. You know, they might do a deep cut like Quest for Fire. I don't know. You know, Sun and Steel. I don't think they'll ever do that. To Tame a Land. That's a long song. That I think Bruce Dickinson wrote that song, or him and Adrian Smith. All right, so what are we into now? We're 5 songs in. It's gonna be a long night. That's what this is about. Iron Maiden. We're talking Iron Maiden here. We're figuring out what their set list is going to be like. And then we're going to see what it looks like when I'm done. Okay. So they get done with what did I say they were going to do? Oh, yeah. They get done with the Trooper. I'm trying to hear what it sounds like if I were playing it in my head. And then they end it, and then what it would go into. No, that wouldn't sound right. Trooper into Wasted Years. They got to play Wasted Years. So we're going to do that. Again, this is a fantasy playlist. This is what I would kind of like to hear them do. And if it ends up being on the money, maybe we could play some bets and shit. I hope they don't do Heaven Can Wait. I hate that song. That's like my least favorite Iron Maiden song, and it's 7 minutes long. It's got a cool verse, but I can't stand that chorus over and Heaven Can Wait, Heaven Can Wait, Heaven Can Wait another day. And it's gonna get stuck on my head now. Deja Vu's another song it's like that, but at least that's a little bit better. Loneliness is a long distance runner. You gotta remember some of these songs are super long, so they're gonna try to go with some of the more shorter songs. Okay, so we got Wasted Years. They're gonna do probably another song off Somewhere in Time, but they're probably gonna go back. They're probably gonna go to Number of the Beast. Oh shit, did I even add Number of the Beast on here? I thought I did. Oh wait. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay. So they're gonna probably slow things down a little bit, and they're probably gonna go with Children of the Damned. You know, Wasted Years is kind of not too fast, but I think they're gonna go into Children of the Damned. No, but I don't know. We're only like midway through the set, and I don't think they would get that mellow that fast, so maybe not. I think they're gonna go into. They wouldn't go into Number of the Beast. Oh no, they wouldn't go into Run to Hills. I think that might be an encore song. Maybe they're not even fucking with 666 yet, or Number of the Beast. Maybe they go back to Peace of Mind and do one more song from there and do Revelations. So let's do that. So that seems like it'd come out good right after whatchamacallit. What do I have? So Aces High, Where Eagles There, Rat Child, The Trooper, Wasted Years, and then into Revelations. Huh. What are we looking at time-wise? We're about half hour in. This will be an hour show, hopefully. Not 2 hours, not 3 hours. Just bear with me, folks. We're going to do this. You're probably screaming at the screen right now. No, not that song. No, pick this one. This one. I should have did this live, but, you know. I always get fear of doing stuff live because then I'm afraid something's going to happen, like the internet's going to go out or something's going to happen. I'm going to get stuck or whatever. And then, yeah. So, you know what? Let's just put some songs together and see what happens. I know I'm probably stalling here too much. Let's just go with The Prisoner. No? Oh, you know what? They've done The Prisoner live, right? That might sound like it might be good after Wasted Years. So let's add that in there. Okay, so we got a song from 666, or Number of the Beast. Okay, so let's take a look at it again. So we got Power Slave, we got Where Eagles Dare, we got Power Slave again, we got The Killers. We still ain't got nothing from the first album. We might have to go into the first album again because, matter of fact, I think after Troopers, I'm going to remove this from the playlist and then add it later because I think I forgot because I could probably move them up. Yeah, see, so I can move the songs around. So maybe I'll okay because they need a song from the first album. Phantom of the Opera. Will they do? You think they'll do Running Free? No. I think they're going to Remember Tomorrow because I know I've heard Bruce sing that before. Okay, so let's go to that. Remember Tomorrow. We got Rat Child. And then Lights on March is only a minute long. What was the song that Ghost did? Cover of? I think they did Phantom of the Opera, huh? Ghost. It's 7 minutes long now. Let's put it in there. Fuck it. Okay, so they go into that. Okay. I don't think they do Remember Tomorrow, so I'm going to take that out. All right. Because we're already like 8 songs in. And again, they only do like, this is hard. Because they only do like about 12 or 13 songs in the set. And then they do the 3 to 4 encores. So, and Wasted Years has got to be in there. So let's put Wasted Years in there. At this time, they're doing 666, Number of the Beast. And then they go into Wasted Years. Okay. Because they're not going to do a whole lot of songs off that No Prayer for the Dying. But they'll probably do a good number of songs from. All right, so they're going to do Wasted Years. We got the Trooper in there. And then I think they do one more song from this album. I don't think they do the Caught Somewhere in Time because that's like an opening song. I think they go into Stranger in a Strange Land right after Wasted Years. And then we get into they got to do Moonchild live, man. I would love this. I think that should come after. They got to do Moonchild, man. It's like my favorite song on that album. Moonchild, da-na-na-na, and a Mandrake Scream. You notice he said Mandrake Scream, Ben. So fast forward to 2024, and he's got the Mandrake Project. So I wonder if there's a little bit of a concept there. So we're gonna put that there. Do they play? Can I play with Madness? They just might. They might put that in the encore. They got to do the Evil That Men Do, but I think they're gonna put that in the encore as well. So I think they're gonna probably do Can I Play with Madness in the actual set because it's a hit. It was one of their biggest hits. All right, I'm just gonna put these songs in and see what it looks like afterwards. They're definitely not gonna do Seventh Son. That's too long. They're probably not gonna do the Prophecy, the Clairvoyant. They might surprise us and do the Clairvoyant. Hopefully, that'd be kind of cool. Only the Good Die Young, but that's kind of similar to Where Eagles Dare, Die with Their Boots on, kind of. Okay, so then we get into this. So, holy smoke! Because I think they're probably going to do all their early stuff early, but they're going to mix it around, and then they're probably going to do the last three albums kind of like in order, like maybe not in order, but just more towards the end of the set, like holy smoke. Because that was like the single off that. Tell Gunner Be Cool though. I like that song. I like Public Enemy. I like Public Enemy number one. I think it's my favorite song on there. Fates Warning is a good song. This is actually a good album. It's like it just didn't do well because at the time it came out was when just the music started changing, and obviously there was some contention in the band with Adrian leaving, and I'm sure Bruce already was kind of thinking about his way out around this time. This might have been the time that he actually did put a solo record out. He was just still in the band because I don't think he left until after. Obviously, he didn't leave until after Fear of the Dark, but I think he had put out Balls to Picasso. I think that's his first solo, or it was Tattoo Millionaire, his first solo record. One of those came out in conjunction with these last two Iron Maiden records that he played on. The Assassin, they're definitely not going to play that. Run Silent, Run Deep. Oh, you know what song I like is the Mother Russia song. That's a good song. Even though it's about Russia invading Ukraine. I was kidding. All right. So we got one song so far from No Prayer for the Dying. I think they're going to do Holy Smoke, but then I think they're going to probably give us something from Fear of the Dark. Afraid to Shoot Strangers. I think they're going to do that live. I've heard them do that live before. I think I have. And then obviously Fear of the Dark. Oh, then I think they come back and do one more song from here. I think they do Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter because it's kind of an upbeat, kind of a hit song. And then I think they go into Fear of the Dark. Oh, that's Fear is the Key. Where the hell is Fear of the Dark? Oh, right here. And they're going to, let me see where we're at now. All right, where are we at? So here's the set. So we got, damn, okay, I think I did too many of them. Shit. How the fuck did I choose that many already? Okay, so they come out with this, they come out with that. So now we're gonna do some elimination here. We gotta take out a few songs. Okay, so maybe they don't do Revelations. Maybe they don't do The Prisoner. But they definitely do Number the Beast. They got to do something from the first album. But what was the main songs that people like to hear from that first album? Phantom of the Opera. They got to do that. Okay, let's see here. I don't think they do Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Oh no, I think they do this. I think they do one song from the first album. I think they do 14 songs as a set, and then they do three encores. I bet. No wait, I don't think they do Moonchild. As much as I like to see Moonchild on there, but no, I'm going to keep it on there. Stranger in a Strange Land, Wasted Years, Number of the Beast. I think they're going to do Number of the Beast as an encore. All right, because they do Iron. Oh yeah, they got to end with Iron Maiden. So that's the thing. So that's right. So they do Phantom of the Opera, and I think they end with Iron Maiden. I don't think they do Where Eagles Dare. I don't think. Let's see. Wait. I know they ain't gonna do Rhyme with Ancient Mariner, although that would be cool if they did, but it's just too long. I'm gonna take Where Eagles Dare out. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it in because they got to do Rat Child. They probably do Phantom of the Opera, and then they got to do more songs from Killers though. Maybe they do. Okay, let's just assume they do 15 songs live, and then they do 3 songs as an encore. That'd be like 18 songs altogether, right? That's not bad. They typically do 15 to 16. What's wrong with 2 more? All right, so all right. Here we go. Let's just put Iron Maiden in there right now. Okay, like it just, and then let's put in one more from. Oh, they got to do Murders in the Rue Morgue. I'm pretty sure they do that. Okay, so let's assume they do that. Okay, now let's take a look at it. All right, let's see if it's fair. Okay, so they go in Aces High, Where Eagles Dare, 2 Minutes to Midnight, and they come out and do Rat Child. They go into Trooper, which is this. Oh, they got to do Flight of Icarus. So damn, maybe I got to pull out a song and put in Flight of Icarus because they got to do that. I'm sure. Phantom of the Opera. Because I'm sure they got to do Phantom of the Opera because Ghost made it popular, so they're probably going to want to hear their version again. So yeah, even though it's a 7-minute song, it's gonna be a long ass show. But maybe they don't do Flight of Icarus. Who knows? But they got to do one more song from Peace of Mind, I think. But they're 15 songs in of the main set, and obviously we're gonna have to put that there. I think they do Murder in the Ruse Morgue somewhere after Stranger in the Strange Land. Okay. I know that I bet the encore they're gonna do. Can I? Let's see. Evil That Men Do. Number of the Beast. They always do Run to the Hills, so I can't see them doing that again. So 15, 16, 17, 18. So we got 15 songs here. And I think so far we got so we got the first album, we got the second album, we got the third album. We don't have anything from the third album or from Number of the Beast in the main set, so that might be a problem. But we have the Trooper, we have Where Eagles Dare. Because they played, let me see. Let's take a look at the set that they're doing currently with this. Let's see if they're doing anything. Let's see, they got Caught Somewhere in Time, Stranger in a Strange Land, so they're already doing that. Are they doing Wasted Years? Yeah, so they do as an encore. Okay, that makes sense. So they're only doing 12 songs here. But because they're expanding 9 albums, they're going to have to do more than just 12 songs. You know, that's my guess. So they're going to have to do at least 15 to 16 songs and then maybe three encores. That's what I'm thinking. So, see, Heaven Can Wait, they do that. But, this is, like I said, this is focused on that record, the Somewhere in Time record. So they're definitely going to do Wasted Years, Stranger in a Strange Land. But we got to have one more from Number of the Beast. All right, so let's find that Number of the Beast. I think they're going to do Children of the Damned. And then I think they're going to probably play it somewhere. I think they're going to play it after Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, right there. So I think it's going to go Aces High, Where Eagles There, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Wrathchild, The Trooper, Phantom of the Opera, Children of the Damned. They're going to go back to Number of the Beast. Because they're going to add, like I said, in encore, they're probably going to do 3 to 4 songs in encore. Wasted Years. They're going to do Stranger in a Strange Land. They're going to go back to Killers and do some, or they're going to go back to Killers and do some Murders in the Rue Morgue. They're doing those 2 songs from Can I Play with Madness. They're going to do probably 1 song from that album, Holy Smoke. If they do add another one, it's probably going to be Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, I bet. And then I think with Fear of the Dark is Afraid to Shoot Strangers or Fear the Dark. It's going to be a long ass set. Or how many minutes is it so far? 16 songs at an hour and 21 minutes. They always play 2 hours at least, right? So we're not that far off from what they would probably most likely do. So let's just say they play 16 songs and they end up with Iron Maiden, and then they're going to go into 3 encore songs. And I know, like I said, they're going to do probably more like Number of the Beast. All right. I should have created like a separate playlist called The Encore, but then it only have 3 songs in it. So, yeah. So I think they're going to go into. They might even do just Run to the Hills, not do Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast. Let's just do that. Encore. And then I think they're going to go into another song. What's another song they usually do for encores? Oh shit! Sorry about that. I had that hidden. No. Anyway, what I was saying. So here's what the list looks like so far. Just so you guys know, this is what it looks like so far. Aces High, Where Eagles Dare, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Wrathchild, The Trooper, Phantom of the Opera. It's a pretty good set though, man. Shit, this would be something cool to jam. Just a jam. So Number of the Beast. So they're doing 60. You'll know that the set is over when you see Iron Maiden the song. So you know that if you're playing this playlist and you hear Iron Maiden the song, you know that's the last song of the main set. So then they're going to come out with an encore and they're probably going to do Number of the Beast. I can see them coming out, piano guitar and also I walk alone. My mind is blank. Something like that. So then what are they going to do? Running Free, maybe? You think they might go into Running Free for an encore? No, they're probably going to do The Evil That Men Do. They have to do that song live. I'm going to put it on there anyway. So what do we think? 2 more encore songs? Everyone's like, because they got to play close to 2 hours, 90-minute set, And then they probably they probably end the show with, what would be a good way to just end the fucking, maybe Hallowed Be Thy Name? No. Emulate Your Mariner. Okay. I think we're just, so an hour and 31 minutes. So I think they got room for 2 more songs. And it'll be a full set. All right. Let's do it. I think they do Running Free as an encore. But I think it's gonna be like the last song of the night. And then I think, but before Running Free, I think they do probably. I think they do Run to the Hills because they just can't get enough of that song. They always have to play it. All right. Well, let's see. What do they do on Future Past Tour? The Trooper, Wasted Years. What do they do on this one? Evil Let Men Do, Hallowed Be Their Name. Oh, Hallowed Be Their Name. Okay. But you know what I think they're going to do? Okay, here's what I think they're going to do. Okay, scratch that. Scratch the Running Free. I think they're going to do Children of the Damned. To be a little bit different. So let's just do that. Let's do Children of the Damned. All right. And that's going to... All right, so, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so let's see. Wait, Children of the Damned. What am I doing here? Oh, because I put Children of the Damned in the actual main set. So let's take that out. Sorry, guys. Woo! Here we go. Okay. So they end on Iron Maiden. They do Number of the Beast. Evil Men do Run to the Hills, and then Children of the Damned. They probably might do one of those two at the end. But this is a set. All right. Well, let me see here. So we did it. This is the set list for Iron Maiden's Run for Your Lives 2025-26 tour, fantasy set list, and possible prediction. Aces High, Where Eagles Dare, 2 Minutes to Midnight from Power Slave, Wrathchild from Killers, The Trooper from Peace of Mind, Phantom of the Opera from their debut album, Wasted Years from Somewhere in Time, Stranger in the Strangeland from Somewhere in Time, Murders in the Rue Morgue from Killers. Then they go into My Hopes, Moonchild, which is probably not going to happen. Can I Play with Madness? Of course. Holy Smoke. That's probably the only song they're going to do from that album. Afraid to Shoot Strangers, Fear of the Dark from Fear of the Dark, the album. Then they end the show with Iron Maiden, and then Iron Maiden comes out. Did I put the Trooper in there? Yeah, okay, I did. Okay, because Eddie's going to come out there too. So Iron Maiden comes out, boom, and yeah, and then they come out and they do Number of the Beast for the encore, or they might just come out and do Evil Men Do. Maybe these encores could be just sort of a toss up. I'm going to put them all four in there, but overall, then they go into Run to the Hills. That's probably a coin flip. And I think they ended with Children of the Damned, just because Bruce, I think, likes singing that song live, even more than Hallowed Be Thy Name, probably. So they're going to do 19 songs, and the whole show is going to be an hour and 35 minutes, probably, or maybe a little bit longer. All right. So let's do Stop Sharing. So there you have it, everyone. I'm going to drop it in the description. It's a playlist, and even if it's not going to be their main set for this tour, at least we had some fun figuring it out. Hopefully, you had some fun. And I'm looking at that playlist. I'm gonna pop that in when I'm on the bus tomorrow. I'm gonna play it all the way through and just kind of get a feel. I might go in and change some shit, but maybe I'll update this maybe in about 4 or 5 months, or maybe closer to 2025. Maybe I'll come back and do like an update. Maybe maybe invite some friends on and we can all kind of put our ideas in and see what it's gonna look like. Because I am an Iron Maiden fanatic. As you can see, I got the Power Slave shirt on. I got my backdrop. I'm doing the green screen thing, as you can see. So it's a little foggy over here on this end, but still trying to figure it out. Still trying to dial that shit in. But yeah, this was fun. So thank you for joining me on this. And go see Iron Maiden if they're coming to your town. Get those tickets. I paid about $200 for mine. I'm getting some decent seats. I mean, they're 200 section. I think I paid like 170 actually. But I'm going to see them on October 14th, I believe. And before that, so in October I'm seeing Judas Priest to kick off October. Like that's October 10th, and then on the 14th I'm seeing Iron Maiden, and then somewhere in the middle I'm seeing Yngwie Malmsteen and Gore, 2 separate shows, and at the end of the month is a Wasp. And then in November, I think I only got one concert booked for that one so far, and I'm going to go see King Diamond. He's coming to Portland, and he's going to have Miraker, one of my all-time favorite vocalists, singers, songwriters, musicians. She's just a phenomenal. She's a musical genius. Miraker, Mykur. If you check her out online, she's going to be not opening for King Diamond, which I was kind of hoping because I'd like to see a full set of hers. But she's going to be joining him on stage and singing a lot of the backing vocals and things like that. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. But this is about Iron Maiden. As you can see, Iron Maiden. Look, check this out. I got a little right here. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. So, everyone, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to everyone else. Love all creatures. No matter what it takes. If it's not too hard. Love all the creatures on this planet, humans, animals, insects, spiders, whatever. If you have to kill a couple ants here and there, that's understandable. I think they die really quick and they come back really quick. If you believe in reincarnation, I think you shoot them into the atmosphere, they come back as something else. Maybe they come back as a rich kid or something. Anyway, yeah, so be kind to yourselves, be kind to everyone else, because if you're not good to yourself, you're no good to anyone else. Horns up. Peace out and up the irons. Yeah.